a more luxurious stay, and they have different types of suites, and it's a different pricing.
This
So
is
it's really up
Calilo.
to them. That's Calilo, correct? So it all
Do you
depends.
do you want me to share the two presentations and for you to start going through it?
Um, yeah, yeah, sure.
Whoops. No. Okay.
Are you using the
This is the
out?
combined. This is the combined one
Oh,
for
the one
both.
that we. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So, Luxurious is the umbrella company, and within there, they have different ventures. The owners, it's a privately owned sustainable hospitality company. It's owned by Angelos Michalopoulou and Vasiliki Petrodou. He's a trader. He lived many years in New York. And after September 11, they just realized, we need to do something for our family. At that point, they'd had triplets and a set of twins. So their family was all there. They wanted to do something and invest, something they could do for the future of the children and something that could mean something for Greece. So they were looking around in 2003, searching in different islands where they can make an investment, and they came to Eos. So Angelos, on arrival, he's like in 2003, they were boating around the island, and they noticed that there's over 30 plus beaches, and there was nobody there. And when that came into his head, he said, well, you know what? Mykonos and Santorini are so overpopulated and there's so much going on. We can bring a new concept of luxury and something totally different to this island and just protect it as we do it. So they immediately dived in. They started working on production and just to make this reality come true. And in 2014, they started with Agalia, which means hug in Greek. And they built this wonderful place that used to be an ancient taverna, Greek style. And the property is 16 suites and rooms. And you can go to the other slide.
Sorry.
So again, they established their home. They purchased over 6,500 acres on the island. So they owned a great percentage of the island. And they can maintain to say that they will only develop a 1% of it. To get to Eos, there's different ways to get there. By sea is usually how you do it. The easiest route would be one that I've done is coming from here to Athens and then taking a flight to Santorini. From Santorini, you can either take the ferry, would be about half an hour, or you can helicopter over, which will be about 11 minutes. Um, by air, as I said, is probably the best. You could do that either Mykonos or Santorini, and the island is right in between both. So there's just so much discovered in the Cycladic island. Let me go to the next. Okay. Again, private luxury suites, the Agalia. It's just peaceful, again, friendliness. Before COVID, the greeting was with a hug. Now it's virtual.
And hopefully we get back to
We'll get
it.
back to it. We'll get back to it. I mean, with the name Agalia, you can't go wrong. But it's a beautiful hotel that's just right in. You can go to the next slide. 16 rooms and suites, starting from the entry, really deluxe sea view room that are very spacious with all these wonderful views of town and the bay, to the 3-bedroom villa that sits right at the top of the property, and all marble and stone. As you can see, marble, which is to the Greeks a very important stone because it evokes strength and renewal. And you can see these fantastic views.
This is the entry level one?
This would be the deluxe sea view. Yes, correct. very spacious, as you can
Yes, it
see above
is.
us, 500, 600 feet. And you will see that decoration. All of this is from the brain of Angelos, the owner. He has designed every concept that is at both properties, with the decoration and the stone and the metal, and just a great place. And both properties are great for families, for every type of traveler. They welcome everyone.
We move over to Calilo.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. So after a certain period of time, they said, well, we've got this property in town, basically. And another opportunity said, well, we want to do something more luxurious, something that is more targeted to the luxury market so that they can compete amongst the different luxury properties in the Cycladic Islands, mainly Mykonos and Santorini. So in 2019 was the opening of Calilo. Is a ground up construction. It is a beautiful place. Everything that was done on this property was basically done on property, with the marble and the stone, with the exception of wood and glass, and all of that's been created on property. These are magnificent suites. You can go to the next slide. And again, the concept of privacy and the fact that it's right on Papa's Beach with these fantastic suites, which, by the way, Rob Report has put on a latest article saying that of the top 10 suites to visit in 2021 is the Calilo suite, which is an amazing, which we will discuss further. Vaso, Vasiliki Petroglu, who is the wife of Angelos, as a statement, they saw what happened to other Greek islands transformed by overdevelopment, and they're determined to save Eos from that fate. And with the owning of all that land, they can really just say we're only developing 1% of it to maintain the rest of it as pristine as possible. A lot of these beaches on the island, you could be there in June, July, August, and you won't see anybody there because they're the way to get to them. And when you think about Europe at that time period, it's so busy, and you can come here and you have this wonderful, relaxed stay. And at the same time, in the evening, you can go into town and have the most amazing nightlife. So what we can see here on this slide is, for example, we see Jora, the main town, and up on the top picture, we see an image, an aerial image of Calilo. And that is Papa's Beach, and that trail, which is actually the road. Those are 6 miles around that 1,000 feet beach, which is basically making it type of a private place with just 30 suites, their restaurant, their garden, all these paths, wonderful, just relaxed and peaceful, wellness-oriented stay. So their philosophy, Calilo, create a life you can fall in love with. You will see love everywhere on this property. It is the more happiness you give, the more happiness you will end up having. And that, vacation is a white canvas, and it's up to the clients to create their own paintings and the infinite possibilities of enjoyment. Just letting them create their vacation, letting them paint where their vacation is going. Nobody's been forced into doing anything. And, this philosophy is at the heart of everything to do, creating beautiful moments and emotions. Very important pillars, something that has made them create this amazing property is the fact they offer the luxury, the privacy, which is so coveted, nature, which is what encompasses this wonderful 1,000-acre property, culture, and of course, the most important thing, central to these hotels and central to the philosophy is fun. Lots of fun. Okay, so our luxury season, as I said, Calilo suites for 2021, places to be, great for honeymooners, great for just couples, groups, small groups that are traveling. We see an image here of Blue and You, one of their amazing luxury suites, steps away from the beach, and the Calilo suite. They're bi-level with waterfalls, jacuzzis, swim-up bars, and just a sunken bed. You can overlook the incredible beach and just a very luxurious and relaxing time with the view of the water.
I
Very
love
private.
the combination of the colors, and that looks, hold on. That looks really cool. Is that like a little lounge inside of the pool?
Correct.
With the
It's a
red?
bed. It's a bed. You lie there. This is just you could sit there. And also if you walk to the right there under the thatch, that's another bed. You can relax and take a
But
look
that's
and
all
just
inside the
drink.
pool.
Yes, that's
How cool
correct.
is
It's
that?
like a little pond, but then you go downstairs and you have the waterfall, the pool, and then you have another, uh, if you want to go onto the beach and you just wet your feet, you go back in. So the privacy here is so unique. And when you compare to how crowded the other islands are, this is priceless. This is amazingly priceless.
Pretty.
So a lot of these suites have taken over a year to put together. Uh, just the marble when they put in, if you could zoom in on the right picture on the floor, you see the bookmark type of cut of the marble is to make them imaging on each of the rocks as they put them on to the marble. So if you mess that up, you have to start all over again. And that is why, it's over 200,000 individually handcraft placed marble pieces in their production. So, for the beds, the sinks, the baths, the chairs, tables, they've been designed, created in-house with local ingredients, with local people. So that's also a pride that they have in their sustainability of keeping everything on EOS.
Very beautiful.
Absolutely. This is the Cave Pond Suite, which is basically surrounded as a cave. It's got the hanging lounger, the pool area there, and just take a view there to Papa's Beach. It's completely relaxing, private. As you can see on the beach, they've got the little huts, so you're not crisping. It's all very private. Since access is a bit, they can kind of control who comes in. You can almost say this is a private beach on Greece, on the island of Ios. They're very big on sustainability with their environmental project that we'll discuss, the construction, as you can see, all local materials, the Electra project we will discuss, and the food and drink with their organic garden. They have planted, as of October 2020, over 68,000 trees and bushes on the property. They've also created this wonderful new little chapel, floating chapel on one of the ponds. And as you can see, the word love, again, love is everywhere on the property, in the attention, in the services, in the room design, and just the general well-being by staying at Calilo. So the Saving Eternity Electra Olive Tree Project is something that's very near and dear to their hearts. A lot of these trees are over 300 years old. These are the old ladies of the property. They were salvaged from becoming firewood. These were brought from the mainland, from Athens, and they were shipped over, and they've planted and given them a second life. So a lot of the hotels have them. You will see their clubs. The areas are all planted with these fantastic, beautiful trees, and you can actually even name them with a different project to see how they progress. A lot have come back to life and are there. And the ones that have not been able to make it, they have made furniture to use in the different clubs and the different areas at the hotels. So
Gorgeous. And
that's
those
something,
olive trees are so beautiful.
and they're everywhere, and they just keep it giving that, it's something that's very important to them, and the sustainability of it, and that you feel engaged with it. You could just basically adopt an olive tree and see its progress. So, okay, built of stone right from its natural site. As you can see, the cantilever Sinks here, that is a lot of work because if you mess up one step, you have to start from the new, and that could have, in many cases, over a year to produce.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
With one stinking sink, my goodness, but
Yeah,
it's
you got to do it
gorgeous.
again.
It's
But
gorgeous.
the final product is just enviable, and it's just one of those things that makes it so luxurious and so unique. Calilo is very unique. So our organic garden, you're able, all of their production of their produce is grown on property, the grand majority of it, you know. So they have a proverb that says, sound mind, sound body. So the better you give attention to your body, the better you will be able to perform. So they do a lot of physical health. The diet, the dishes are locally grown and prepared, and it's colorful flavors. And you are able to go out and pick what you would like with the produce and the vegetables of that. So that's an experience you can do on property.
I love being able to do things like that because honestly, like I was able to do that at my grandmother's house. So it's something very, very unique, especially us city people that don't really know what a garden even is, to go out there and actually see it and feel it and pick out what you want. And it's completely natural and fresh. I think it's a cool
And
concept.
you put your flip flops on, or just come out, mingle with nature, see the produce before, especially like if you're with kids and you can show them, look, this is what a watermelon looks like. This is what, it doesn't all just come in packages. And it's just engrossing, and it's a matter of attention as you become more mindful of what you're putting inside your body. So that's a good thing. So again, there's a lot of activities or just nothing. You can just relax by the pool, but they have many lounges. You can spend a day at the private lounges at Tripitki Piquinero and Calamos Beach. You can get there by boat. They can arrange for it. They can do a picnic, and you may even get a DJ. They take you with the boat, and you can just have a private getaway where nobody around, because you get in a lot of these beaches, the only way you get there is by boat. So that's an experience in this day and age. You can do hiking. There's 6 miles of hiking right around the property and just basically on the island. The island is 11 miles long, 6 miles wide. So there's a lot of experiences that you can do and things to see. And of course, there are private boat excursions that you can stay on Eos, go to the different coves, different beaches, or combine to go to different areas of the islands around the area.
I have a quick question, Angela. What is the distance between Agalia and Calilo? And the second question is would you be able to visit one and cross bill with the other one to see the two ends of the island? What do you think? What are your
Yes, yes,
thoughts?
absolutely. Um, as I mentioned, Agalia is right uh, in walking distance of the port of Jora, and is where most of the action is on the island, because that's where the clubs, the restaurants, the cafes are there. And they offer transportation to and from both hotels, but mostly to Calilo, which is 30 minutes southeast on its own little bay there. And
And
you
you can
you
cross
can
charge like your
correct.
dinners and everything.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And anybody that's staying at Calilo and gets a 10% discount at all the different clubs, which we will see. As an offering, sunrise yoga, find your inner peace with these sunsets and sunrise on this fantastic tapas beach. Spa, which had commenced construction and they've made good headway, but you can get the services in your suite. And then, of course, dinner under the stars, dinner or breakfast under the stars. So very romantic things that can be done. The experience of wine tasting with the finest wines from Greece, breakfast on the beach, and a lot of cultural trips with the different amphitheaters. And of course, Carcos, which is one of the oldest digs that exist. Even in some cases, they say these are older than the Sardinian digs. So that's over
Wow.
5,000 years. This is one of the first digs. And even then, that village was offering buildings with 2 stories. So it's quite interesting to see
Ah.
that. We've got different venues on the property. The organic lunch you could pick for from the organic garden, and something that is new. And if we could expand a little bit with the rock pools, those pools
I'm sorry.
are amazing in the sense that you are on the beach on the side of Calilo on your private pool area. So social distancing at its best.
Beautiful.
So again, the experiences, you can name an ancient olive tree. You can go to the luxury beach cabanas that they offer, and then they, of course, have different animals. Vaso, the owner, is very, very friendly with the animals on property.
I was going to say that's Vasso's part.
Yeah, she's got a little donkey reserve on her, at her home. And it's
So
important to
cute.
know that when I had mentioned the helicopter rides from the different destinations, they have a heliport at Calilo. So that facilitates the arrival. So they have several events during the year. They hold the beach volleyball tournaments. They hosted the Greek national tournament in 2020 and the World Championship in 2019. They do a lot of fitness retreats, the EOS Fit and Fun annually since 2016. They offer a lot of summer camps, promotion of sports in the local community. They are very invested since they own about 40% of the island on the preservation, education, and continuation of EOS as it is in the community. The basketball camp that they have since 2011, and also a football summer camp. And they have different other activities throughout the year. They're very big on weddings because there's so many wedding chapels and churches throughout Greece, but especially in EOS, I believe there's 168. And they will help you arrange it from everything, from A to Z, makeup, decoration, as large and as small as you wish.
Um, this picture on the right hand side, is that the little the one over the little floating pool, or is that a different one?
This is a different one. This
Okay.
is a different one. The one over the pool that's floating, that has recently been added. This is one that's very close to the hotel. I mean, just minutes away from the hotel, where they did the event and can do receptions and all of that.
This is so pretty. Like the decoration is so simple but pretty.
That Greek, the colors, the blues, the whites, these hues, the relaxation,
With the
the
little splash of the
flowers.
lemons. It's
Correct.
cute.
It's absolutely beautiful.
All right.
So, amongst the other venues where you get a discount if you're staying at Calilo, is Pathos Sunsets Lounge and Restaurant. Pathos meaning passion. This club is a must. When in EOS, you must go here. It's just about less than half a mile from the Agalia property in town. And the sunsets here are an experience in itself. I mean, you have to do that. And it's open, from the moment the sun goes down around 6:30, they just make this beautiful event. And then it's party. Then Erego Beach Bar and Restaurant is a more tame family version of what Pathos is. And Erego is, you can have the access to just laying on the beach, relaxation, food. And of course, they also have Agalia, the luxury suites property, which is the first property they built on island. We have the free beach bar on really on the beach, and Steps Bar in town, which is great at 3 o'clock in the morning because they have music playing and just this
Did you say at
island.
3 o'clock in the morning?
It's nonstop. EOS, EOS's nightlife is one of the main attractions. Let's not forget, in the 70s, EOS was a hippie haven. You come to EOS and you are welcome. Come as you are. Nobody's looked down upon. Everybody is welcome. And the reason why I guess in a way that has helped this island stay so virginal and out of the main view of the world. It's because of that concept in the 70s. People said, oh no, that's just a hippie island. But now with this new luxurious concept, while all the other islands are completely overdeveloped and everybody's done there and been there, this new concept and this new approach makes it as a new discovery that's available for the consumers out there.
So
So
sort
there's
of like,
just a lot to do.
so it's sort of like barefoot chic,
It is very much
right?
so. It's very much so. It's like some crazy artist in Salvador Dali created a
I
hotel
love
in
it.
the age of Aquarius, and they've come up with all of these concepts. Just a different idea, and just the luxury is fantastic. And again, Agalia overlooks the Portofillos and the picturesque Hora. It's 16 rooms and suites, spectacular stays. Stay at one. You can use the areas. Let's say if you want to go to the restaurant, you can do that. And if you're a Calilo and you want to come and spend the night, absolutely come and do events. That can be done because you can explore, and then they'll take you back to the hotel in the evening. Or if you're at Agalia, you could just basically walk. Very friendly island again. I really recommend it, and I hope that everyone has a chance once we're able to get up and go and be able to go visit this amazing place and check out their social media. They're very heavy on social media, and they have a lot of videos posted for the property specific suites. Very, very well assembled and very put together. And if we can help you close the sale, please do let us know.
Yay. Thank you, Angela.
Absolutely.